A very good morning to everyone. I hope you are all doing good. This is Sudipta Kundu ma'am, your science teacher, better to say chemistry teacher. So, as we have started a chapter fiber to fabric, and in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the fibers that we are getting from the animals, right? We have already discussed about the wool that we get from the animals and what are the processes are involved. In the last class, I have started another fiber that we can get from the animal, that is silk. And we have discussed about the life stages of the silk, that what are the different stages they underwent. So let's see. So in the last class, I have told you that humans also have a different stages. Similarly, this silk moth also have a different stages. Like, what are they first they do? The silk moth lay hundred of eggs at a time, and from these eggs are stored and sold to a farmer. The farmer keeps these eggs in a suitable temperature, humidity to so that they can grow healthy eggs. And these eggs they hatch into a caterpillar. And what will happen? This caterpillar will continuously feed themselves day and night on mulberry leaves. After 4 weeks, if you remember in the last video, I have shown you the different stages of silk moth, and you have seen that after 4 weeks, the caterpillar stops eating and they started spinning around themselves by secreting a proteins to enter a pupa stage. And I have told you that proteins they secrete is a fiber which hardens on exposure to the air and becomes a silk fiber. And this after this, when as soon as the caterpillar entered into cocoon stage, the silk moth developed inside this cocoon, started developing. And from there, after 4 weeks, after few days, again the adult silk moth will come out. And this is the life cycle of the silk moth. But as I told you that we are going to discuss about how we get the silk from the silk moth. So let's see. Before starting, I must tell you that if you remember in case of wool, in wool I have told you like the different breeds give a different type of wool, right? Different breeds of sheep give a different type of wool. Similarly, silk also have a different variety. They have a different breed of silk moth, and variety of the silk moth yields a fiber of a different texture. As there is a difference in variety of the silk moth, they will yield a fiber of different texture, either in smooth or a shiny and a coarse form. And from there we will get a different variety of silk. What are they? Mulberry, Tashar, Moga, Kosha and Eri. These are the variety of silk that we get from the variety of the silk moth, different breeds of silk moth. So now let's move on to the how we get silk from the silk moth. So from getting the silk, first there are two processes involved. First is rearing of silkworm and the second is processing of silk. In a rearing of silkworm, the first they will convert the from eggs to cocoon, and in processing of silk they will convert this cocoon to fabric. So first we are going to discuss about the rearing of silkworm, that how farmers convert these eggs into cocoon, and then we will move on to the next, that is processing of silk. So let's see. In a rearing of silkworm, first the female, as we know that a female silk moth will lay eggs, and from eggs what will happen? We will get enter into different stage, and the final enter into the cocoon stage, right? So let's see what happens. First, this female silk moth will lay eggs and give us what? Eggs. Hundreds of eggs, thousands of eggs. And these eggs will hatch to give us caterpillar. And from this caterpillar, we will get what? Cocoon. So this is what? Rearing of silkworm. So what happens in a rearing of silk moth? Silk moth lay eggs, hundred of eggs. Eggs are stored and sold to the farmers. Farmers kept these eggs in suitable temperature and humidity so that they can grow healthy. Eggs hatch into caterpillar. Caterpillar will feed and day and night on mulberries. They will continuously eat. They will continuously eat. And after 4 weeks, you will see they stop eating and they started spinning around themselves by secreting a protein to enter a pupa stage. The proteins, as we know, the protein they secrete is a fiber which hardens on exposure, and which is actually the silk fiber. Now, the silk moth started develop inside the cocoon. This is what actually happens up to the cocoon stage. Now, this is the rearing of silk. Now, what happens after this? That is the second stage, that is processing of silk. Now, from this cocoon, we will get what? We will get fiber. From this cocoon, after this caterpillar enter into the pupa stage, that is cocoon stage, from this cocoon we are getting a fiber, fabric better to say. So how? Let's see. The first thing is that cocoons are collected. First they will collect the cocoons, then what will happen? So now what happens in the second stage? Cocoons are boiled or kept in sun. Cocoons are boiled means this you know that we know that inside the cocoon the silkworm is present and it is alive, that right? Now these cocoons are boiled without killing the silkworm. These silkworm containing inside the cocoon are boiled alive and kept in sun. What will happen in the next? In the next, the rearing of silk will happen. As soon as the cocoon, if you boil the cocoon, it what will a fiber will come out, and from there we will start extracting the silk fiber. See, as soon as we started boiling, you can see that here the fiber is extracted, and in this way the silk fiber is extracted from this cocoon. So reeling of silk is nothing but extracting a silk fiber from cocoon. Now what will happen after extracting the fiber? See, after extracting the fiber, this fiber is converted into yarn. How? By spinning, by the process of spinning. With the help of spinning we convert this fiber into yarn. Now what we do after converting into yarn? After converting into yarn, this yarn is again further converted into fabric by the process of weaving. Weaving is nothing, this is done with the help of a machine, as you can see, and from this we get what? From this we get a fabric. So this is how we get the fabric. So let's see what happens. First, so after rearing of silkworm, after getting the cocoons, these cocoons are collected. Farmer will collect these cocoons, and these cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled or kept under the steam. That means the silkworms are boiled alive, and then the silk fibers are separated out from the cocoons. Now, after the extracting this silk fiber, what will happen? Reeling of silk. What is the reeling of silk? The process in which cocoon threads are taken out from the cocoon to the silk. So we will extract the silk fiber from the cocoon, and that process is called reeling. After collecting this silk fiber, what we will do? We will do the spinning of the fiber. That means the silk fiber spun into threads and converted into yarn. And after converting into yarn, what we will do? We will weave. So weaving of a silk, and that means threads are woven into a silk fiber by the weavers, right? So let's summarize what is actually happening. Cocoons are first converted into fiber. That process is called reeling. Fiber is converted into yarn. That process is called spinning. And the yarn is converted into fabric. That process is called weaving, right? So these are the processes that are involved in the processes of silk, right? We have almost finished the chapter. We will discuss up to till this now. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.